Hey guys, it's Luca. I'm going to do another review. Again, goal of these are for my own improvement, but if anyone gains anything out of this, that's great. I got another 3-0, and I missed the first two picks, but basically my opening pack was kind of weak. I just took Minsc and Boo. Generally, it's not hard to splash red, green, I find. So I'd say if I'm first picking Minsc and Boo, there's probably like an 80% chance it'll be in my deck. Uh, and then I second picked Swords. I think Swords is really, really good. You don't want to play too much removal in this format, I don't think, just because it's better to have a proactive game plan than reactive, but Swords is one of the best reactive spells, obviously. Although I'm already in 3 colors after 2 picks, which is not ideal. But, okay. Watching some random shit on YouTube to relax. Alright, let's try to go through this kind of fast. So, here, what are my choices? I think in terms of power level, actually Lumberjack is really good. Maybe I should have just grabbed the Lumberjack, but I don't know for sure if I'm going to be red-green. If I knew for sure I was going to be red-green, I'd probably take Lumberjack. This adventure, so I think the 4 mana, any of the 4 mana creatures that either give you the Monarch or give you the Initiative, I think they're okay, but not broken. I think the format is much more about what are you doing on the first couple turns, whereas that's more like a turn 3 play. The lands, Verdant Catacombs is great. I'm not very high on these tri-lands. I think ideal mana base, all your lands come into play untapped, or you only have like 1 or 2 tap lands. I think, yeah, playing tap lands really does hurt you a lot. Jace I don't think is very good, honestly. I mean, obviously if you're blue, you probably are gonna play your Jace, but I don't think it's a very high pick. The creatures are so ridiculously powerful. I mean, just think like Minsc and Boo, right? Minsc and Boo just instantly kills a Jace. There's many creatures that instantly kill Jace. Jace is not what it used to be when it was like how powerful it was when it was printed. Yeah, so I think Probe is good, but the 2 life is relevant in this format. I wouldn't pick it that highly. I don't even remember what do I take here. I'm pretty sure the Lumberjack tabled. Probably Catacombs is my best pick. I'd say Catacombs has to be the pick. Lumberjack is kind of like a Black Lotus, honestly. It's not bad. But Catacombs is more likely to be in my deck, even if I end up pivoting to other colors. Again, I'm trying to be open. Okay, so I think that's a good pick. And now, Bombardment's a good card, but kind of narrow. You need to be in a certain type of... It only works with certain types of decks. This is narrow. The lands are not amazing. The fast lands are okay, not amazing. Again, I'm not very high on the tri-lands. Galvanic Discharge is great, but I already have a 1 mana removal spell, so its value is way diminished. I think the Sentinel, honestly, is maybe the best card here. Sentinel's pretty good. Oh, I picked Bombardment. Huh. Okay. Oh, I remember. I had 2 drafts of Minsc and Boo. This is the first one. Now I remember. Okay. Pest Infestation, I think is really good, especially with the Goblin Bombardment. I think I never drew this Pest Infestation in the whole draft, unfortunately. I'm actually not that high in Oko, so Headliner Scarlet's really good. I think I never drew it, but it's a type of card that can just win you games out of nowhere, and it's just reasonable. 4 mana 3/3 haste that draws you an extra card every turn is a totally reasonable card. But the fact that your opponent can't block when it comes into play, that's what really puts it over the top. This is a ridiculous amount of reach. I think Othari is really good. Obviously, 5 drops. Prismatic Ending maybe is better than Othari. I don't know. Ended up being good. Oh, so this draft was not a 3-0. This was I lost in the finals, so 2-1. Uh, huh. So I think the choices are Boseiju, Ice Till, Carry Zev, Zerda, Terra Sunder. Zerda is good if you have like very specific cards, maybe like Walking Ballista, or if you can make infinite mana. But yeah, I would not be playing Basalt Monolith in this deck, or maybe Grim Monolith. But I think carries have Goblin Bombardment. This ended up being a good pick too because the carries have worked. I got Caracas. So Carry Zev seems like a good pick. Tursa, yeah, I think Azeka's Cherry is just too powerful. Although Sylvan Safekeepers now, it's gotten better because it works with the Baloth, which I didn't think of this, but like any of the Sacrifice of Land cards like this and Zuran Orb, they work really well with the Baloth. That makes a 4/4 every time you sacrifice a land. But yeah, I think Chariot is a great pick here, although I am getting kind of overloaded on expensive cards, so. Okay, so I picked the Chariot, I think it's correct. So Suplex versus what? Questing Beast? Yeah, based on how many 4-drops I have, I think the Suplex is better. I think there's a fine pick. Crucible Worlds, potentially? But I think Suplex is good, actually. Okay, the Lumberjack tabled. Perfect in my deck. And, telling me I'm really on the right track. Yeah, given that I already have 2 removal spells, I would rather get a 3-drop. I should have taken Manamorphose here, but this is more of a safe pick. But the Triumph did not end up making my deck, I don't think. Maybe just hate draft that because I don't want to play against it. Okay. So, some land synergies maybe. Okay, so here just obviously Mox. Hopefully, like, this won't table, but Windswept Heath would be my next pick. But I'm not actually missing out on anything, really. So the Mox is just the obvious pick here. I'm very high on Prismatic Vista. Springheart Nantuko. Maybe I should have taken Springheart Nantuko here. Although the Vista is really good. Especially my deck is lacking on. It's kind of a safe pick, but maybe I should have taken Springheart. Let's see, did I end up getting the Springheart anyways? No. So that didn't really work out. Name sticker. My colors ended up being so ridiculously open, I don't want to spend too much time going into... Yeah, maybe I should be taking this Baloth Prime. Although Delighted Halfling is really good, so... Huh. I don't know. I don't have a lot of time to go over the picks, but... I end up just being, I think, one of the only drafters in red-green at the table. So, yeah. Just getting really, really good late picks. So I think the more interesting part of the draft now is like, how do I build this deck? So I have a lot of directions I can go in. I have natural ordered Torsten, which I decided I didn't want to do that, but I don't know. Maybe I should have. I'm just not convinced that's what I need in this deck. It makes me kind of vulnerable against disruption because I can have the Torsten stuck in my hand and I could, but I don't know. On second thought, yeah. On second thought, like this deck has actually kind of good mana because I have a Gaia's Cradle and I have this Name Sticker Goblin. So I have two ways to get to Torsten if I draw it. That's kind of probably one of the biggest downsides of natural order in a deck like this is if you draw the Torsten. Because now if I draw the Torsten, it may just be stuck in my hand, and and my natural order is just kind of shitty now. Because what am I going to natural order for? Um, so you just add more consistency to your deck, but you lose one of your busted draws. Especially in this deck, I can potentially Mox Ruby, Fanatic of Ronis, and then turn 2 natural order for Torsten, but I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it's better to play natural order Torsten or not? I think the other consideration is like, what am I doing on turn 4? Like, is natural order into Torsten that much better than like Minsk and Boo? It probably is, and I mean not than Minsk and Boo, but it's probably a lot better than like Azeka's Chariot or Headliner Scarlet. The other thing to think about is what if you draw natural order and you don't have a green creature in play? So basically the floor of natural order is really, really low. It can just be dead, but the ceiling is extremely high. Or I mean, maybe even the floor of natural order is you play it, you sacrifice a creature, and then counter it. So that's something to think about here. Goblin Bombardment is sick in this deck. I have a Johnny, I have Pest Infestation, 4th Yorlingos. I have a lot of nice, and Karizav is also nice with Goblin Bombardment. Yeah, the question marks are Kazali Pride Mage. Is that worth playing? Elvish Reclaimer, Baloth Prime. I actually, now having played more with Baloth Prime, I think it's pretty good in this deck. I have Elvish Reclaimer, Orcish Lumberjack, although Elvish Reclaimer is probably one of the weaker cards in my deck, so maybe you don't want to play that, in which case Baloth Prime gets worse. Also, Renin 6 is really good with Baloth Prime because, you know, if you're getting a fetch back every turn, that's pretty sick. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there are a few different directions you could go with this deck. I'm interested to think what you guys would do. I think it's a 17 land deck. The Gaia's Cradle is definitely awkward, and I did lose a game because of Gaia's Cradle. But I think it's worth it in this deck. You have like 2 X spells in the deck, and you have a way to make lots of creatures, so I think Gaia's Cradle is always one of those cards again. Low floor, high ceiling, high variance card. It can be really, really good. It can be really, really bad. Especially if I don't have like a Yava Maya to turn it on. So yeah, I don't know. How would you build this deck? I think this is like one reasonable way to build it. Another way to build it would be to think about Baloth Prime. Another way to build it would be to have the natural order Torsten combo. Magda is potentially very good. Magda combos really well with Gut, and it combos really well with Caracas. Also has minor synergy with Zika's Chariot. You can like tap it to make tokens. Also has kind of minor synergies with Delighted Halfling. Okay, let's see. So what did I end up doing in the end? I think I used a lot of time building my deck. So I think I ended up deciding to go with Magda and Baloth Prime. It's kind of weird playing Baloth Prime with no Reclaimer. Reclaimer, I feel like I should be playing Reclaimer here. Also, like I have 2 good targets for Reclaimer. I have Gaia's Cradle and Caracas. So maybe, yeah, maybe Reclaimer over Kazali Pride Mage. Although I just realized there's a nice synergy between a Johnny and Kazali Pride Mage. Because Zolly Prime Mage, I'm pretty sure, is a cat, so it would trigger your Johnny when you sack it. My mana is so good because I was like, my colors were so open. I have Windswept Heath, I have 2, 3 fetches that get all 3 colors. Dual land, dual land, dual land, dual land, all come into play untapped, potentially. This deck doesn't have card draw and like card filter, so probably one of the biggest weaknesses of this deck is if you get flooded. Although you have some nice X spells to deal with getting flooded. And if you can hit your 4-drops, they start kind of creating card advantage. This creates card advantage, this creates card advantage, this creates card advantage, card advantage. Layla is card advantage, 6 is card advantage. A lot of card advantage. Just how I like to build my cube decks. Okay, so this is my deck. Let's get into the games. See how things turn out. Oh, I also have a Lutri, which is fantastic. With Swords to Plowshares in my deck. I think this is a keep. Things can go wrong, but why wouldn't you keep this? I think I just dunk on my opponent. I'm on the play too. Yeah. Being on the play is so important in this format. I'd be interested to see like what are my win rates on the play versus on the draw. So decision is, do I play a 1-2 or 0-1? I think I want to play the 1-2. Making my Ren at 6 uncounterable. And also in case he has something that deals 1 damage. The main reason to play Delighted Halfling, I believe, is the fact that it has 2 toughness. So there's less ways for him to interact with it. Yeah, I could play the Name Sticker Goblin, but it doesn't seem useful. It's an option, but I would much rather use it to play like one of these 2 cards. So Ren and 6, probably just want to plus it. So pretty solid turn 2. My Guy's Cradle is doing major work. I'm gonna be able to cast something crazy, assuming it doesn't do anything. White green. I feel like white green, mono white are quite weak in this cube. I've not been impressed. White red is significantly better. Okay, now what are my choices here? I can name Sticker Goblin 4th Yorlingas, or I can name Sticker Goblin Othari, and then I can 4th Yorlingas the next turn. I think that's my best play. Also, if I go for the name Sticker Goblin, I can also play my Lumberjack. Whereas if I want to 4th Yorlingas, I need to wait a turn on my Orcish Lumberjack. So I think I made the correct play. I went Orcish Lumberjack, name Sticker, Othari. And I think he just scooped. So I don't think I really made any misplays this game. I just kind of dunked on him. My draw was really good. Okay. Sideboarding, Pyrokinesis, Suplex. I think on the draw, removal becomes a lot better. So I can consider taking out there's multiple cards in my deck that are better on the play, like Layla, 6, Magda. I could consider taking one of those cards out for a more reactive card like Pyrokinesis or Suplex. Let's see what I do. Or I can just say like, I'm not too worried about what he's doing. Probably maybe take out Magda for Suplex. I think that'd be good. I'm still not completely sure whether Pyrokinesis is good against this deck. Suplex also gives me another good target for my Lutri. I'm not even sure how copying works with the X-Spell. If you copy an X-Spell, does it maintain the same? Let's see. What happens if you copy an X-Spell? Oh, it'll retain the same value of X. Okay, interesting. So you could like Pest Infestation, copy that, or 4th Yorlingas, copy that if you have a shit ton of mana. Yeah, okay, I didn't make that change. Take out the Magda for Suplex. So that's something to always think about, like what cards are better on the play versus draw. Removal and discard interaction is often a little bit better on the draw. You're just more likely to be able to run your opponent out of relevant threats. And on the play, having some more proactive cards can be better. Cards that kind of snowball. I think this is a fine keep. Opponent is on a pretty slow draw. My draw is decently slow too. Nothing to do. I think this is the correct thing, just in case he randomly has a legend. Okay. Yep. I think there's no real other play. It could wait on this, but I'm okay if he uses a turn and a removal spell killing this. It's not the end of the world. See, this is the issue. 3 tap lands. Like, how do you... It's so hard to win a game of Magic if you play 3 tap lands in a row. In my opinion. In this format. In most formats. Yep. Drawing lots of lands is kind of the real issue with this deck. Play Bombardment, play tap land. I could pay 2 life to keep that up, or yeah, I think this is correct. He already knows about the Caracas. Plays Badger Mole. Okay, I may have definitely misplayed this game because I thought that exiling these creatures made them gone for good, but now I know it doesn't work that way. Yeah, I think just Pyrograph the Badger Mole. Obviously, the Badger Mole is giving him 2 mana because these things tap for twice as much. It's kind of an obvious play here. I could maybe not sacrifice a land in case I draw a Baloth Prime, but I think this is better, getting a land out of my deck. That's probably going to be more relevant this game. If I draw the Baloth Prime, I'm in good shape anyways. Okay, let's see. Opponent plays Grist. I think he should have just killed this right away. His land's going to come back anyways. The Pyrograph's going to be a pain for him. And he can't really block with this 1/1 profitably, assuming I have a way to kill it with Bombardment. So here, like, yeah, just throw away the birds to kill this. Exalted this. That way he has to either lose the Grist or lose the Caryatid. So, pretty obvious play. I don't think I have much else I can do here. I thought I could exile his creature with my Suplex. That was really bad. So I kind of waste my Suplex here, but I think this part of the play is good. Yeah, completely waste my Suplex. That's okay. Now I know how it works. He plays Staff of Storyteller and Stoneforge, so he gets Skull Clamp. So I'm like pretty far behind, given that my hand is just a land. But I think I had top deck top deck guts. Okay, not amazing. It's legendary, so he's gonna have a lot of trouble killing it because of Caracas. So I play gut. I think obviously I'd rather have well, I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna win on card advantage, so I'm probably gonna win by like forcing him into a low life total and then having a bunch of menace creatures. Gut is a really messed up card, by the way. You know, he's gonna double block here. I was basically able to trade my Kazali Pride Mage for 2 creatures, and I can keep doing this. I can sack treasure tokens, I can sack any random creatures I don't need. Okay, so he's down to 16. He has the Springheart Nantuko and Skull Clamp. I draw 4th Dorlingas, and I just kill him. I have exactly lethal. Okay. Not much to see there. I don't think my opponent's deck is very good. He thinks it's good. I remember he was like chatting with me. But in general, like tap lands into mid-range draw engines, like what is your game plan? What deck are you gonna beat? You're not gonna beat an aggressive strategy. You're not gonna beat a combo strategy. In general, I believe in this format, you want to be doing something that like wins the game, right? So either you have an infinite combo that instantly wins you the game, or you have a very aggressive thing, or something like fourth Erlingas, right, that wins the game on the spot, or maybe something like an upheaval, right? But you want to plan, or maybe you have like a Thassa's Oracle or Jace, you know? Yeah, and now I'm just thinking like, okay, I'm gonna stack my whole board to kill him exactly. So if he has any way to gain life, I lose the game on the spot. I just need to be a little bit careful here, but yeah, I don't think there's any way that he can gain a life. So that was game one. I would never want to play a deck like this, where I have lots of card advantage, but it doesn't lead me anywhere necessarily. Well, so many tap lands too, like tap land, tap land, tap land, tap land, right? Okay. So that was the first game. Let's see if I can find the next one. Okay. Game two. Oh, I think my opponent just like scooped. I think this is a good keep. I can leave up swords. He doesn't do anything turn two. I play Fnatic. My other options were a Johnny. I think this is the right play because I can then play Zika's Chariot. Okay, he just cracks his clue. Exile's my guy. He's playing mono white, it looks like. I mean, I think his deck ends up being like white red, but or maybe it is mono white. I don't know. Now I have a Johnny, really nice with gut, and I have this Caracas, so he can't kill my Johnny. Plays Clarion Conqueror. I have the swords for that. Not that I necessarily. Yeah, I guess if I flip a Johnny, then it doesn't do anything. And I think he pathed exiled my Johnny here. I have a choice between Forest and Mountain. I think Forest maybe is better. I don't know. Maybe Mountain is better in case I draw. Maybe Forest is better in case I draw a green 1-drop and I want to play 4-drop plus 1-drop. Yeah, I think that's right. 6 Guts are my choices, or Chariot. I think Chariot's the best play here. And I don't think I want to trade my 2-1 for 1-2, especially since it's a token that I can copy and since it can crew my guy. And I can sack it to gut. So, yeah, I don't think I want to trade, so I just pass. He plays Mother of Runes. He copies my Chariot with the Phyrexian mana thing. He has no cards left, so I'm just miles ahead. I think he just scooped. He just scooped because he knew he was done. Okay, now, what do I side? I think I can do the same thing. Take out Magda for Suplex or Pyrokinesis. Pyrokinesis might be pretty good against this deck. Yeah, okay. I take out the Baloth Prime. I put in Pyrokinesis and Suplex. Okay. I think that makes sense. He has no turn 1 play. I have no turn 1 play. He plays Line Sash. Not a great 2-drop. I think this is fine to play around Wasteland. Yep, play that. Seems good. He has an adventure, but I have like a pretty good turn coming up. I can Sticker Goblin into Suplex, into attack, get the initiative. There's really no other plays here. No other plays that are as good. So I just play Sticker Goblin, Suplex, the 3/3, attack, and now he needs to kill my 2/2 in order to get the initiative back. I think he just scoops. Yeah, he just scooped here. Okay. So opponents did not have great decks so far. I lose in the finals, so I think I just got unlucky too. So there's 10, I believe there's 10 green sources in my deck that can play birds. So it's not like I'm short on green sources. This hand would be insane if I just had a green source. So that sucks. I have to mulligan. And this hand is not great, but I don't think I multi-5. Maybe I'm supposed to, I don't know. I think it's a key. If you draw anything, this Orcish Lumberjack can be insane, but I just flood out. I flood out, and he has Entomb plus Reanimate or some shit. Oh, he also has, yeah, I'm so far behind. I was completely flooded, so I was able to get my Lutri and then copy swords, but I just have all lands and I mulliganed. And he played Archon. Entomb in some way to get back Archon. So I got owned there. I don't have any good graveyard stuff. Played turn 1 Magdos. Pretty strong, but I'm missing green mana here. And he has a 1 mana 1/1. I don't have a great way out of this. Yeah, unfortunately I can't like play my birds at instant speed. Otherwise I would bombardment, play the birds, kill his guy. But it's not really much I can do here. I have to play this 6th. He's obviously going to trade, and then I hope he doesn't have anything. I guess, okay, my other choice would be play the birds, but I think 6 is going to be better. Yeah, I was counting my green sources. Like, did I not put enough green sources in my deck? No, I have plenty. Just bad luck. Okay, choices Mountain and Gaia's Cradle. Mountain is better against a sweeper, but Gaia's Cradle is better if he doesn't have a sweeper. Since he doesn't have black mana in play yet, I just took this gamble, but then he plays balance here. So just the balance in itself, I might be okay. Probably not, but the fact that he also has Entomb plus Reanimation spell after balance. So I think I actually got unlucky. I think if I played it against his deck more times, I would have been even or ahead. So I think I actually just got kind of unlucky. I don't. His deck's doing some good stuff, but yeah. All right. So that's that. Didn't see myself make mistakes. The deck building, I might have made some mistakes in deck building. Maybe I was supposed to play the 1 mana sacrifice lands and lean more into Baloth Prime. I'm still kind of figuring out where I'm at with Baloth Prime. It's super good, especially if you have like ways to sack all your lands, like Sylvan Safekeeper or what is the stupid thing? Sack land gain too, Zoran Orb. But yeah, hopefully this video was somewhat instructive or helpful in some way. And I'll be back with another review probably. And the next one I did 3-0. Another red-green deck, another deck with that stupid Planeswalker. I don't know why my mind is blanking. Minskin Boo. But that time it was only red-green, but I also had some crazy stuff. I a lot of games were won with Channel Emrakul. All right. I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed this. See you soon.